beautiful day for a wedding. Glad it's not raining. I think John will be the first one of the entire family where it didn't rain on his wedding day, so good for you. Don't know how you did it, but thank you all so much for coming. And now, let's get started. Once upon a time, more recently, in a far-off land, Milwaukee, romance blossomed between these lovely two, and that's why we are here today. These two men, finally sitting down for more than 5 minutes at a time, agreed to unite in musical, melodious matrimony, and devote this time today to sharing their story with you all. A bit dramatic, but I'm not the one with the degree in theater arts. But this isn't quite a fairy tale, no, this is a true story. Just with music, that's what the crews wanted. And now, let's get started with the story of a boy. A lost boy.
Hi, I'm Jared. I grew up in a small town in Michigan, but I've lived everywhere. LA, Boston, Chicago. I was given the opportunity to tour with the theatrical group, and they were doing Peter Pan at that time. And I fell in love with the Lost Boys, their innocence, and their ability to hope and dream. And I started to feel more at home backstage in Neverland than I ever did in Chicago, Michigan. So here is my song. There was a time I was alone, nowhere to go and no place to call home. My only friend was the man in the moon. Even sometimes he would go away too. Then one night as I closed my eyes, I saw a shadow flying high. He came to me with the sweetest smile. He told me he wanted to talk for a while. He said, Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that I'll never be lonely. And ever since that day, I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, lost boy, they say to me, away from all of reality. And Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. With Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, Wendy, darling, even Captain Hook, you are my perfect storybook. Neverland, I love you so. You are now my home, sweet home, forever a lost boy at last.
January 2016, Jared started working at University Housing at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. And Jared was serving as an Associate Residence Life Coordinator in charge of the security and service desk for the dorms. I'm sorry, residence halls. Simply put, Jared was in charge of learning emergency procedures, the sprinkler system, the fire alarms, the location of the pumps, the procedures for drugs versus the procedures for alcohol, FERPA, other acronyms, gas pass, etc. And it was, as you can imagine, pretty overwhelming. But the staff...
Hi, I'm Jared.
I'm John. Now, at the time, John was a supervisor for the security staff and worked directly under Jared. Their first meeting, this very first moment that their eyes met, meant a lot to both of them. And Jared claims that he knew right at that moment that the two of them would be friends and hoped for possibly a little more. It only takes a moment for your eyes to meet, and then your heart knows in a moment you will never be alone again. I held him for an instant, but my arms felt sure and strong. It only takes a moment to belong, a whole life long. How lovely. John, on the other hand, felt something a little bit more like this. Who the hell does he think he is? I don't need no master's grad from some middle of nowhere Michigan State to tell me how to do my job. The next day, however,
There's something strange
it was literally the next day.
and almost kind.
Literally the next day. Of course, after several months, their office relationship became more personal as they talked to each other about outside work things like relationships and families. Neither of them could confirm nor deny their feelings for each other, but the two of them knew that they shared something special, and to say anything out loud would be foolish.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I say, would it be a sin? For I can't help falling in love with you. Oh, like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. So please take my hand. You remember this? Take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you.
In April 2016, John and Jared wagered a bet. The Democratic primaries for the 2016 presidential elections were around the corner, and Jared bet John that Hillary Clinton would win Wisconsin. John, of course, said that Bernie Sanders would win. If you don't remember a year and a half ago, I'll give you the results. Wisconsin felt the burn. The weekend following the election, Jared, fulfilling his end of the wager, took John on their first date to the Kalahari. Pretty epic first date. It was then and there in that swim up bar hot tub thing that Jared and John confessed their feelings for each other.
Maybe I'll stand over here. I've just seen a face, I can't forget the time or place where we just met. He's just the guy for me, and I want all the world to see we've met. Had it been another day, I might have looked the other way, and I have never been aware. But as it is, I'll dream of him tonight. Falling, oh yes, I'm falling, and he's calling me back again. Falling, oh yes, I'm falling, and he's calling me back again. I have never known the like of this. I've been alone and I have missed things and kept out of sight. But other guys were never quite like this. Die, 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 die. Falling, oh yes, I'm falling, and he's calling me back again. Falling, oh yes, I'm falling, and he's calling me back again. Falling, oh yes, I'm falling, and he's calling me back again.
Not too long after that, Jared found himself dating a teacher, which is probably one of the most unpredictable and stressful jobs someone can take immediately following college. John taught 11th grade English at a private voucher school in Milwaukee, where all the students were taller than him, but he still always referred to them as little kids.
High school kids, everywhere I look I can see them. Little brats, little turds, night and day I grade, berate, and teach them. I'm an ordinary teacher in Milwaukee. I'd like to have a more lucrative career, but I'll admit I just can't quit. And that's why I'm the babysitter of the year. Long PDs, ACTs, everything I deal with is laborious. Look it up, kids, it's in your vocab quiz. If I could get a minute of quiet, that'd be glorious. You guys are at a 4, I need you down to a 0. Some teachers are blessed with Chromebooks. Some teachers get all the awards. Well, lucky me, whoop-de-doo. The only thing I'm left with is Apple cores. They just put them right on my desk. I don't know how they get there or why they do that. I don't know.
It was November, Thanksgiving break. John and Jared were packing and getting ready to go to John's parents' house for the holiday. But while John was showering, Jared was busy setting up a special moment. Jared had picked out 2 big Kalahari glasses, filled them with a shake, and set them out on the living room table next to pictures of them on their very first date. Next, he lit some candles and put on the song Lost Boy by Ruth B. And finally, he put on a video of John and Jared riding a carnival ride at Mount Olympus. Now, when John got out of the shower, Jared sat down amongst these tokens of their first dates together and vacations and asked him to marry him.
When your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off from your feet, will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheeks? Darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. Baby, my heart could still fall just as hard at 23. Baby, thinking how people fall in mysterious ways. Baby, just a touch of a hand. Me, I fall in love with you every day. And I just want to tell you I am. So honey, now take me in to your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your hand on my beating heart. Baby, we can fall in love right where we are.
Now, during their 8 months as an engaged couple, Jared and John went through their typical relationship phases, their ups, their downs, their merry-go-rounds. And while John was doing shows and getting stressed with that, Jared was changing jobs and looking for the right fit for him. The hardest obstacle for the two of them to face together was finding employment that actually suited Jared's talents in the arts. And during his many months of searching, he often needed some reassurances.
If I didn't believe in you, we'd never have gotten this far. If I didn't believe in you and all of the 10,000 people you are, and I didn't think that you could do anything you ever wanted to, if I wasn't certain that you'd come through somehow. The fact of the matter is, Jared, I wouldn't be standing here now. I didn't believe in you. We wouldn't be having this fight. If I didn't believe in you, I'd walk out the door and say, Jared, you're right. Knowing the things I could never let go, and knowing the things that you should know. Things when I met you those months ago, I knew. It never took much convincing to make me believe in you.
Eventually, Jared found a suitable job and he and John could focus on more important things, like their wedding. Which leads us here today. If I could please have all the groomsmen come up, please. Love is patience. Love is when you get a call while you're out with your friends and hearing the words, I need you right now. Love is that deep breath you take before saying, I'm on my way. Love is when you come home from a really long day at work and you finally curl up in bed and start to close your eyes and you feel that tap on your shoulder from your partner who is looking at you all teary-eyed and says, can we talk? Love is taking that deep, patient breath again and saying, of course, what's up? Love is kind. Love is not revenge-seeking after your partner took the last fourth bottle of vodka that you had specifically and carefully hidden in that spice cabinet for yourself. Love is not prideful or boastful. Love is humility and vulnerability and honesty. Love is turning to your partner and saying, I need help. And love is not holding them against that. Love can be so easy. That very first trip, the very first time you feel those butterflies in your chest, and the first time you hold hands. Love is a free fall, hoping that the other will catch you before you hit the ground. And love can be so hard. When you do fall, it hurts. It's painful. You lose a little trust. You lose a little patience. You lose a little kindness. But you always get back up. And sometimes we have to get back up alone. We all have lost someone. And we all know that love hurts worse than anything else. And finally, love bears all things. Love can weather any storm through many dangers, toils, and snares. We know this because, as a wise man once said at my own wedding, where there is love, there is God. And now, John and Jared have written their own vows that they would like to share. Jared? Who needs the mic? Okay, thanks, John.
From the first day we met, I knew you were special. We briefly talked about our shared interest in theater and other random things we had in common. And just as quickly as you flew into the office, you were off. Most likely to one of your other 5 jobs, rehearsal for yet another show, or to help a high school theater troupe with one of their productions. You were so outgoing, caring, and determined. I remember thinking, we're definitely going to be friends. As I got to know you better, I realized you were extremely intelligent, wonderfully kind, and the best listener I've ever met. You seem to hear me with not just your ears, but with your eyes, heart, and mind. After you tricked me for my phone number, I saved you in my phone as which is dreams come true, spelled backwards. I still wasn't sure if this was really all happening. After a few months, I was pretty happy to find out you felt the same way. Thank you for always encouraging me to dream and to help me believe again. After our first date, I knew you were the one. Falling in love was the easy part. We have supported each other through some difficult times, and I promise to always be there for you, come what may. We will use our differences to complement one another and forever strengthen our relationship. I will love you in sickness and in health, and strive to always have your best interest in heart in accordance with God's will. I love you, John Chris.
And now John has written some vows for Jared. Last year, 2 of my friends, Michael and Corey is right there, got married, and they had this great idea to make their wedding ceremony